Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 10 trades. Today's date is February the 16th and I'm using my new Super Sniper trading system. This system uses the multi-time frame awesome oscillator, this indicator right here. It's fantastic indicator. Comes with all the bells and whistles, and you can turn the alerts on if you want. Now originally I had them turned on, but then after I got my hands on the super signal indicator, I turned this one off, and the only one I'm using is the super signal indicator. That's this pop-up box and you'll get an audio alert. But if you want, you can have them both turned on. After you make minor changes, you would just save the template. So now we can move on. Now, one of the main reasons I do more than one trade at a time, as many years ago I would only do one trade and sit around for hours to make 10 pips or lose 30 or whatever. So I don't know which one is going to move, but once I get all the setups and the signals, I know that if I take 10 trades, I'm not going to have 10 losers. And as you can see, out of 10 trades here, the trade at the top here was the only loser I had, and all the rest were winners. Now every morning at 6 o'clock, I'm in front of the computer here, looking at all the instruments, trying to decide whether I should be buying or selling. And what helps me a lot is my daily trade plan. I took a screenshot of it this morning. Here it is right here. This is a screenshot. And you'll either get buy signals, blue, red signals are sell. And of course, while you're waiting for things to line up, it'll be flat, neutral, or white. And usually could be within 30 minutes to an hour, these will fill in either red or blue. As the settings on this is preset for a day trader. But if you are a swing trader or a position trader, you can change the settings on this so that the higher time frames will have more weight. But I'm a day trader, 1 to 3 hours a day, in and out, and I'm done for the day. So I want to catch the beginning of the moves. But you got to keep in mind, you got to keep an eye, like on these instruments down here, higher time frames are blue, but the beginning right over here is going down. And that's exactly what I did. I sold these. Of course, knowing that I'm going against the trend. Remember, all indicators and expert advisors are somewhat lagging. What you have to pay attention to is price action and how the charts look. And then as they're moving along, everything will line up. So now we can get into these trades. Remember, the first one right here was a loser. Now I had the right idea. That's where I got in, and I was making some pips here, but I wasn't managing it. Well, it's hard to manage 10 trades. You try and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyhow, I got in at this cursor, and at one point I was up about 18 pips, and when I finally closed everything down, it looks like I lost 11. So that's a minus 11 pips for a negative $690. And of course, there's the red arrow for selling, at which point could have sold it and be up 31 pips as of this point. That's why I really love this super signal indicator. Most signals here will be producing some pips and ticks. Doesn't mean you're going to get 100 or 200. But most of them will be producing something for you. And if you're a scalper, well, you're going to love this super signal indicator, as it really helps to find the beginning of the up and down cycles. And as I mentioned, it's great for scalping, whether you're on the 15 and or the 5. So moving right along to the next trade, Pound Aussie. This one I wanted to be buying. There's the arrow right from the daily trade plan. And looks like I closed it out before it turned into a losing trade. And so I got in at this cursor, closed it out just being happy with the grand total. Looks like I locked in about 5 pips here. And 5 pips to the good, paid out $413. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the dollar CAD. Wanted to be buying it. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan right here. Buy signal, super signal right here and here. By the way, that's your setup candle. That's your trigger candle. That's where I got in at. And I closed out the trade again, just being happy with 11 pips. Looks like those 11 pips ended up paying out $895. Moving right along to the next trade, which is crude oil. This one pays $10 for each tick. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan. And looking at the money here, this should be 20. So it went a little bit sideways, a little bit up. Then it finally went down and it's going back up. That's just the way this market moves, very random. But if you get your timing right, you'll be making pips and ticks on a daily basis. There's the 20 pips times the money, and the lot's paid out $2,000. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is gold. Another one that pays $10 for each tick. Of course, looking at the money, it should be 25.6. To be exact, there's my arrow from the daily trade plan. Sell here, another sell signal here. That's why you have to have a daily trade plan. If you don't, it's a very good reason. As my mentor told me many years ago, 95% of the traders fail because they don't even have a daily trade plan. So I took the trade there. Would have made a lot more if I got out over here, which is 90. But I closed out here just being happy with 25. It's actually at 25.6, but let's just go with 25. 25 times the money in the lots paid out $2,560. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, the pound dollar. Now this one pays $10 for each pip because the USD is on the right hand side. So on this pound dollar, let's see where I got in at. Well, there's the arrow from the super signal indicator. Looking at the money, this should be 27 pips. Got in at this cursor and I closed it out at this cursor. There it is right there, 27 pips. And that's why you see it ended up paying out $2,700. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the Dow Jones. There's the arrow from the daily trade plan. I manually put this white arrow in. And of course there's the super signal red arrow. Now this one here pays $5 for each tick. So what I ended up doing, took the money, divided by 5. Calculator says it's 135. So let's see if we can find that. 135. There it is right there. So 135 times the money in the lots paid out $6,750. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the S&P 500. Another one that pays $5 for each tick. So I took the money, divided it by 5, and the calculator says it's 227. So let's see where I got in at. There's a red arrow here, the white arrow from the daily trade plan here. Another sell signal, so whether I got in here or here, it's not a big deal. A lot of ticks to be made. And so I got in at this cursor and I closed it out. 220, what did I say, 227? Well, I have to drop it down to the 5 minutes, which I can do. It's not a big deal. 5 minutes. Sometimes I do that to get the reading more accurate. 227. Looks like it's still giving me a hard time. But anyhow, it's 227.5 actually. So 227 times the money and the lots paid out $11,375. And this is one of the main reasons why I trade futures, the indices. The ones down here at the bottom, they move the most, they pay the most. And took me many, many years to figure that out. And hopefully you'll figure it out much faster than what I did. Moving on to the next trade, which is the Russell. Now this one pays $10 for each tick. Looking at the money here, it should be 118. So got in here. The red arrow was right here and here. And another one right here, so it's no big deal. Anywhere on these 4 candles you can pull the trigger. And like I said, it's 118. Another one that's going to give me a hard time. But it is 118. You remove the last digit. So that times the money and the lots paid out $11,800. Moving on to the last trade, the NASDAQ. Now this one pays $20 for each tick. Wanted to be selling it, which is exactly what I did according to the daily trade plan. Got in at this cursor here. So I took the money, divided it by 20, and the calculator says it's 82. So should be able to show 82. There it is right there. Remove the last 2 digits. So it's 82 times the money and the lots paid out $16,500. So another great day of trading using my Super Sniper. I added up all the pips and the ticks. There was obviously a lot more ticks. And the grand total, and I knew it was going to be well over 200 today. I knew it was going to be over 500. The grand total came to 639, and all of those 639 pips and ticks ended up paying out $54,303. So if you have any questions at all, and if you want to get in contact with me, all you got to do is look right below this video in the description. You'll get my contact information. Now you can either call me directly, and if you live too far, you can send me an email. I've had traders asking me, how do they make payments? Well, you can pay, PayPal is what I take. And I want to show you some other things, and if you look right below this video, you'll see 4 different packages. So I want to make sure you know exactly what you're getting. So I really do prefer Skype. There's a link down there. All you got to do is click on it. We'll have Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session. I'll answer your questions. I'll show you the 4 different packages. Keep in mind I do all of that with no obligation to you. Now also, if you look below this video, you'll see 4 different packages. I do have a special. Each package, by the way, costs $250. If you buy any 2, I'll give you 1 for free. So I recommend you get all 4 packages, as by the time you find success at trading, you're going to be spending more than a couple of $100. I can explain all of that in much more greater detail when we talk on Skype. And keep in mind that this Super Sniper, if you just want the Super Sniper, it does not come with the Super Signal Indicator. That is a different package called the Easy Trader with the Super Signal Indicator. So you have to make a decision on which package you want to buy. So it's time to wrap up this video, and of course if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next video, I want to wish you good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.